Jumping spiders surprise scientists. Some people say jumping spiders are cute. Like most spiders, they have 8 eyes. The 2 big shiny ones give them their cute looks. Now scientists are learning more about these little creatures. Hanging around. Scientists don't know much about how spiders and other animals without backbones rest. A scientist named Daniela Rossler recently learned more about the subject. Rossler caught some gorilla jumping spiders and took them home to study. One night, she noticed that the spiders were hanging from the top of their box. They hung by thin threads of web. Rossler wanted to know what they were doing. She went out at night to check the spiders in the wild. She found many gorilla jumping spiders hanging from plants. Rossler touched the spiders' webs. When she did, most of the spiders dropped to the ground and ran away. Rossler thinks the shaking web is like an alarm system. It warns the spiders of danger while they rest. Hanging from plants can also help them avoid threats. Meaningful movement. Rossler and her team ran another study. They wanted to know how European jumping spiders respond to different kinds of movement. They showed short movies to 60 spiders and recorded what each spider did. The movies showed moving lights. In some movies, the lights moved like real animals. Other movies were less lifelike. One was not lifelike at all. The spiders first saw the movies using only the small eyes on the sides of their head. Whenever the least lifelike movie played, the spiders turned to look at it with their big front eyes. Maybe they wanted a closer look. The spiders could tell if something was alive just by the way it moved. Before the study, scientists thought only humans and other animals with backbones could do this. Future studies may show even more about how these animals see the world. Gorilla jumping spiders often hang by threads of web at night. Gorilla jumping spiders hang upside down. It holds the web with the back leg. COVID virus changes into new forms. More than 77% of adults in the United States have had at least one dose of vaccine to protect against COVID-19. However, the virus that causes COVID-19 keeps changing into new forms. These new forms may be harder to fight. Understanding vaccines. Vaccines teach the body to spot and destroy viruses. Some vaccines work by putting a weak virus into the body. The immune system guards the body against sickness. It practices on this weak virus. If the immune system spots the real virus, it knows how to fight it. Usually the person does not get sick. 2 of the COVID-19 vaccines use a newer method. They contain directions that tell the body how to make small pieces of virus. The immune system destroys those pieces. It also destroys the directions. Then the immune system watches for the real virus. It is ready to protect the body from the real thing. The Delta variant. Viruses change as they make copies of themselves. Most new forms or variants are no worse than the original virus. Some are though. The Delta variant is a new, more dangerous form of the virus than that causes COVID-19. It spreads much more easily than the original form of the virus. It may also cause worse symptoms. Sorry, but my dog was barking. What now? The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention reports that the current vaccines work against Delta. COVID vaccines are not perfect, though. A small 90% of vaccinated people do get sick. They usually don't get very sick, though. Vaccinated people can also spread COVID-19. The good news is that we could all help stop the virus. We can wear masks indoors, wash our hands often, and avoid crowds. People who are able to get vaccinated can do it so as soon as possible. The more people who get vaccinated, the fewer chances the virus will have to change into new forms. Controlling variants with vaccines. The Delta variant spreads more easily than an original form. One person may spread it to twice as many people. The more people who get COVID-19, the more chances the virus has to change. Did you know the virus that causes COVID-19 has already changed into thousands of new forms? Only a few of them are more dangerous than the first one. Some changes result in new forms of the virus. If a new form spreads quickly, it can take over and become the main form of the virus. Many people are still not vaccinated. Therefore, the virus still has many chances to change into new forms. Vaccines still offer strong protection against the new forms of the virus. They can help protect you and everyone around you. They also help stop the virus from changing into something worse. Beavers build better deserts. Water shortages and fires have harmed the desert lands of eastern Utah. Emma Doden is a student at Utah State University. She hopes beavers can renew the land. She and a team of scientists have been moving beavers to local rivers. They hope the beavers will do what beavers do best: build dams. Beaver dams create ponds. Ponds are a type of wetland. Wetlands clean the water and help control fires. They increase the number of fish in the rivers. They also attract other animals to live there. Bringing beavers back to the desert is not easy. Not all of the beavers survive. Some get eaten by other animals. Others simply wander away. Still, the task is worth doing. Even one beaver dam can reduce the harm from a fire or improve water quality. The scientists track the beavers using radio beacons. They attach the beacons to the beavers' tails. Emma Doden uses radio signals to track beavers on the rivers. Sassy, get out of my room. Get out of my room. Get out of my room. I'm trying to read. Make your own microscope with Legos. Many students learn from home these days. That often means less hands-on learning. Scientists in Germany want to help. Thanks to them, some kids may get to build a working microscope. The scientists designed a microscope. It's made of Lego pieces and cheap lenses made for cell phone cameras. They wanted more students to be able to use microscopes. Microscopes usually cost a lot. The scientists asked some children to build and use the Lego microscope. Then they asked the children what they learned. Kids understood microscopes better after building one. Plans that show how to build the Lego microscope are free online, with Lego bricks and a few dollars for lenses. People can build their own microscope. What a cool way to get a science tool and learn how it works. This Lego microscope was built using the plans. Lego microscopes are strong enough to show red onion cells and tiny shrimp.